Hello everyone, happy Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. Yes, I trust so. We thank God for the new week. Yes, again, my name is Josephine. I want to talk to you guys this week. Talk about spiritual care. Again, how spiritual care is linked with our health care. Health care, we all know, we want to live a holistic well-being. When I say holistic well-being, I mean to be well in all ramifications. Spiritual wellness is very important to our total well-being. Mental wellness is vital to our total well-being. Emotional wellness is very important to our total well-being. Social wellness is very important. Economic wellness is very important. Psychological wellness is very important. All of these combined together makes us to be who God has created us to be, makes us to function well in the society and contribute effectively and efficiently to our nation. When the individual is not in total wellness, it affects every other sector. Hence, we want to inculcate a culture of holistic well-being into our life such that we can be mentally, economically, socially, psychologically, physiologically, emotionally balanced to be able to live the life that God has designed us to live. So my purpose on this video is to ensure and tell my friends out there how we can learn to balance everything, because they all affect one another. All of these interact. They're all connected. So when one is missing, it affects every other. It's just like our physical being, the way we are structured, the internal organs in the body, how they all work together to make us to live a healthy lifestyle and to be a healthy person. When the heart is malfunction, it affects every other part of the body. When there's problem with your liver, it affects other part of the body. When there's an issue with your kidney, it affects every part of the body. When there's problem with your brain, you can't function well, because all of this work together. They all interact, they're interconnected and interrelated. So is what I just listed previously. That's economically, physiologically, psychologically, socially, economic, mental, spiritual. All of this affects our day-to-day activity, affects our behavior. So I want to narrow it down to spiritual. How spiritual alone for now affect all other sector, all other parts I just talked about. So, hi, let me take a deep breath. I've been talking so fast. I'm supposed to take it easy. Oh, yeah. So, spiritual care has to do with who we are. It has to do with our inner being. It has to do with our internal being. Forget religion, because we all belong to one religion or the other. We have lots and lots of religion, and I respect everybody's religion. And we all have to respect one another's religion. So when other people are vocalizing their own belief, we should be tolerant as long as we are not harmful. Some people take their religion to an extreme. They take it to an extreme such that they become they call them extremists. They could attack people that do not have the same belief as they do. It's not supposed to be so. That is a very wrong perception about religion. Religion is supposed to be who you are, what you believe in, what you worship, what makes you to have a meaningful life, what makes you, what you believe in supernaturally, something that is out of this world, that is out of this realm, something that keeps you, that motivates you, that inspires you, that is not out of this realm. It is only you that knows what that is, what you have surrendered your life to, something beyond this natural life that you hold on to, that keeps you, that makes you to be wholesome, gives you a sense of belonging, a supernatural belief. So that is why it has a lot to do with what we do in the natural. Some people do not believe in anything, and some believe in somebody or something, or some believe in nature. So it depends on what you believe in, because what you believe in molds who you are. It directs you. It gives you a sense of purpose. You know, it affects your behavior. Spiritual is very, very important to our well-being. Spiritual is a very wide topic. People have different definition and different meaning to spirituality. We can associate culture to spirituality. Tradition can be associated to spirituality, because most of these things are not things we see. We don't see them, but they are actually real. When we say sin, when we say evil, when we say devil, when we say Satan, we're talking about things that you don't see, but it affects your behavior, affects who you are. And it could be negative and it could be positive. So when those behavior are channeled negatively, when we say negatively, we're talking about things that are really not good for human existence. When we say positive, we're talking about things that impact us well and affect our well-being, makes us happy, makes us feel good. So spirituality affects our physical behavior, our natural behavior. So when we start bringing up a child, a newborn, the environment in which that newborn is being brought up affects the behavior of the newborn, apart from the genetic makeup of that child. The society, the community the child is being brought up, the lifestyle, the words spoken into the life of that child, what the child is being taught, the environment the child is brought up in affects the child as the child is growing, because the child is learning. When the child was just born, there's really not much in the life of that child. In the brain has not taken in so much. So what we putting into the brain is what the child is taking. So most of us grew up to be who we were brought up to be. The society affects us. The home we were born into and brought up in affects us. The school we went to affects us. The community we were brought up in affects us. All of these things mold us to be who we are. So when we're talking about spirituality, we're talking about things that are not seen but are real. That is why I channel my spirituality towards Christianity, because I was brought up in the Christian environment, and all I've been hearing and all that goes into my system is all Christianity. So it affects my behavior, affects my decision, affects everything that I do. So when I'm talking about spirituality and I'm teaching people spiritual care, I'm doing it in the sense of health, how it affects our health. I'm not talking about how to use spirituality to condemn other religion. No, everybody is entitled to his or her own religion and belief and faith. I am saying what I know. That is why I'm not calling myself a scholar of religion or spirituality. I'm talking based on what I have been born into, what I grew up to know, how it affects me, how it